Okay, first let's start whooping cough. The Chinese call this is 100 days cough. So it is Chinese used to say 100 days of cough. We used to call it Lohri cookie. Lohri cookie. So it may be pertussis or it may be whooping cough. So disease caused by bacteria and mainly affects the respiratory route. So this is the respiratory route of infection and it mainly affects the respiratory route. We will discuss what are the complications also. Then we will discuss other features or clinical features of whooping cough. Agent mainly it affects the mouth and throat. And there are two types of agent mainly that is Bordetella pertussis, which accounts around 95% of the cases, and other is Bordetella parapertussis, which is around less than 5% of the cases. So it is Bordetella pertussis. Bordetella pertussis accounts 95% and Bordetella parapertussis, which accounts less than 5%. That is agent. And source of infection, that is the case of whooping cough or pertussis. So that is a source of infection. Source of infection is case and infective material because it affects the mouth, nose, and throat. So mainly infective materials are nasopharyngeal secretion and bronchial secretion because it also affects the bronchi also. So nasopharyngeal secretion and the bronchial secretion, that is the infective material. And the infection period is mainly it is infectious during catarrhal stage. It has three stages we'll discuss in clinical features. So it is most infectious during catarrhal stage and 1 week after exposure to 3 weeks after on the paroxysmal stage. So that is the period. It is mainly or mostly infectious catarrhal stage, but 1 week after exposure to 3 weeks after onset of paroxysmal stage, that is total infective. 1 week after exposure to 3 weeks after onset of paroxysmal stage. First factor, we discuss agent factor, that is the Bordetella pertussis and Bordetella parapertussis. And is main, this is the childhood disease. It mainly affects the 5-year children, but it can occur at any age group. But mainly it affects the less than 5-year children and highest mortality found among less than 6-month children. It can affect any age group, but mainly or highest incidence found in less than 5 years. That's why it is called childhood disease. Highest mortality found in less than 6 months. And there is no male female difference. So the number of and male cases, sorry, in whooping cough there are more female than male because there is one reason of female exposure, because if there is female, so she used to expose with the cases more or frequently, so more in female than male. So highest incidence is found among female than male. Immunity, once attacked, it provides some extent of immunity, and through breast milk, it provides immunity as well. And environmental factor is also significant here, especially winter and whooping cough incidence is found high. So main it found or the incidence is highest in winter and spring season, and it is also associated with so low socioeconomic status, that is socioeconomic status which is measured by occupation, income, and education. So occupation, income, and education. So these three parameters can be used in identification of socioeconomic status. And it is also associated with overcrowding because during winter season there is generally indoor residence, doesn't go outside generally. So there is overcrowding or people reside indoor, not outside the home. So it is also associated with crowding. So these are the environmental factors. Mode of transmission, because it affects the mainly respiratory tract, mouth, nose, pharynx, bronchi also. So this is the respiratory route of infection. It may be droplet infection, it may be direct contact. Generally, droplet infection and direct contact. The respiratory route of transmission. Especially this is the childhood disease. And incubation period is 7 to 14. That means 1 week to 2 weeks, but not more than 3 weeks. So that is the incubation period. 1 week to 2 weeks incubation period. Clinical features. So clinical features can be classified into 3 stages. That is first catarrhal stage, paroxysmal stage, and the convalescent stage. So in convalescent stage, there is improvement stage because it is caused by bacteria. It has a treatment, antibiotic specific treatment is there. So in convalescent stage, that is improving stage. So first catarrhal stage. So catarrhal stage lasts for around 10 days. And during catarrhal stage, lacrimation, sneezing, coryza, obviously it is common cold syndrome, anorexia, malaise, and hacking night cough. So there is continued cough, especially at night. That's why Chinese used to say 100 days cough, lahari khoki in Nepali. So continue cough may be there. So that is king night cough. Along with that, along with cough, because it is whooping cough, cough is main clinical features. Along with cough, lacrimation, sneezing, coryza, anorexia, malaise are present. So that is related to common cold symptoms. So that is a catarrhal stage, similar to common cold symptoms. Similarly, paroxysmal stage, which lasts for 2 to 3 weeks, almost 2 to 3 weeks, and the total weeks regarding clinical features is around 4 to 5 weeks. Then next is paroxysmal, which lasting for 2 to 3 weeks, and again there is cough, that is the burst of the rapid consecutive cough. So because it is whooping cough, that's why cough is also present in paroxysmal stage, which lasts for 2 to 3 weeks. Burst of rapid consecutive cough, followed by deep, high-pitched inspiration, whoop, and vomiting. So after cough, there may be vomiting, and there is high-pitched inspiration called whoop. So there is sound. So there is sound that is called whoop. That's why its name, due to whoop, is called whooping cough. So due to deep and high pitched inspiration, so this sound is produced, that is called whoop. And that type of cough, vomiting is also present. And cyanosis and apnea, which is present especially in young infant. So cyanosis that may be due to continuous and deep cough, and apnea may be present especially in young infant. So that is the second stage, paroxysmal stage, and third stage is convalescent stage, which is lasting for 1 to 2 weeks, which is improving stage. Convalescent stage, that is the improving stage. So they are the clinical features of whooping cough. Okay, complication. In 6% cases, complication may arise most frequently because we discussed earlier, mortality is associated with 6-month children. So CFR is high among less than 6 months, not other group. Although this is the childhood disease, but mainly it affects the less than 6 months. And other complications are bronchitis, bronchopneumonia. So there is inflammation of lungs and bronchioles and bronchiectasis also. Subconjunctival hemorrhage due to cough, a continuous cough, aching night cough, epistaxis, hematitis, and so hematitis may be there. Vomiting may be cough after continuous cough and coma. So this is caused either by attack or by toxin released by the pertussis bacteria that produce also toxin, and inflammation of middle ear and dehydration. So due to dehydration, there may be death. So they are the main complication of pertussis. So because it is a bacterial infection, that's why there is a specific treatment. Antibiotic is also available. So erythromycin is the drug of choice, which is the best drug for whooping cough. There are other drug now, that is a cefixime, ceftriaxone. There are other drug. Amoxicillin also useful for this, but drug of choice is erythromycin and cefixime. Or instead of penicillin, especially penicillin now not used, tetracycline is also good for whooping cough. So erythromycin can be given. So those we can discuss in next slide. And it also reduces the ability of infected people to spread the pertussis to other. So because it stops all the transmission to other by using antibiotic. And children infected with pertussis should get plenty of fluid to prevent dehydration, because dehydration is the one of the complication of whooping cough. That's why prevention from the dehydration, we can provide plenty of fluid. Plenty of fluid we can provide, not only for children, for older children also. And preventive measure, obviously, it has vaccination. So against the pertussis vaccine. Previously, it was only DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. There is no single vaccine under NIP, National Immunization Program. Under National Immunization Program, there was trivalent vaccine, that is diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus vaccine. Later, there is a of hepatitis B and Haemophilus influenza B, HIV. Hepatitis and Haemophilus influenza B. So some countries using 5 antigen vaccine, that is called pentavalent vaccine. Penta 5. So that is hepatitis B, Haemophilus influenza B, along with DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, National Immunization Program. So this vaccine can be given at 6 months, then 10 months, then 14 months. So at 6 months, generally, if we say in month, so did 2.5, 3.5, but we can say a week. So 6 weeks, 10 weeks, then 14 weeks. So dose is 0.5 ml, and the route is IM. Route is IM, and this pentavalent vaccine is full among other vaccines. So this is the most painful vaccine if compared with other vaccine. So for general side effect or minor side effect, there may be pain, there may be swelling, there may be. So these are the major. These are the minor or simple side effects of pentavalent vaccine, and the major may be anaphylactic shock, septic shock. So these are the major side effect of the vaccine. But fever is common, swelling may be there, pain, that these are the simple side effects. And after vaccination, so I have discussed vaccination of pentavalent vaccine. Pentavalent vaccine, 5 antigens are there, and dose is 0.5 ml. Route is IM, and interval is 1 month. So 1 month apart, 3 vaccine can be given. There is other schedule, but that is not followed in Nepal. So after 1 year, again DPT booster dose can be given, but not in National Immunization Program of Nepal. So 6 months, 10 weeks, and 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks. So 1 month apart or 28 days apart can be given. 3 doses can be given. So control measure. So because this is respiratory route of infection, so preventive measure similar to mumps, similar to other respiratory infection. And for control, there is case and contact. For case and contact. For case, that is early diagnosis of the case, treatment of the case, and isolate the case. So this is the case. Sign and symptom may be present, generally present, and it is diagnosed. So early diagnosis and treatment, and isolate the case. And treatment is available. That is erythromycin 50 mg per kg body weight in 4 divided dose for 10 days. 40 to 50 mg per kg body weight. This is a drug of choice. Cefixime can be given. Tetracycline is also there. Ampicillin can be given. So they are the alternative. So 30 to 50 mg per kg body weight in 4 divided dose for 10 days for cases. And for contact, so infant and young children should be kept away from the cases. But prophylactic antibiotic can be given. Again, erythromycin can be given, and booster dose of pentavalent vaccine for contact who are exposed with cases. So as far as possible, we should kept away from the cases. If not possible, they are exposed with the cases, then prophylactic can be given. Again, erythromycin can be given, and booster of pentavalent vaccine can be given. And other is active immunization. For active immunization, that is the pentavalent vaccine immunization. So 3 doses 1 month apart can be given. And later in Nepal also, booster dose concept may be come. So it can be given after 1 year. Okay, and I would like to say about the National Immunization Program of Nepal in short, because I have asked some questions related to vaccination program. That's why, and you have to know about the immunization schedule of Nepal. So first at birth, BCG can be given. BCG at birth, or as early as possible, or after birth, BCG, Bacillus calmette-guerin, can be provided at birth. So dose is 0.05 ml, and it is given intradermal. ID can be given intradermal at birth, 0.05 ml ID. And thereafter, pentavalent vaccine. I discussed the interval. Pentavalent vaccine, then OPV, oral polio vaccine, at 6 months, 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks. Same interval. Pentavalent vaccine. Pentavalent vaccine, OPV, same interval. Similarly, rota vaccine, rotavirus vaccine can be given 8 weeks and 10 weeks. Similarly, be given pneumococcal conjugate vaccine PCV can be given at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 9 months with MR, measles and rubella. So PCV, pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, then at 9 months. PCV. This is SC route 0.5 ml. So we discuss BCG. Thereafter, at a month, 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks, that is pentavalent vaccine, OPV, 2-drop oral, DPT IM. Thereafter, rotavirus vaccine, Rotarix, at 6 and 10 weeks. At buccal mucosa, it is also oral. So it is given at buccal mucosa, but it is oral, not it is invasive or it is not the route. Oral at buccal mucosa. The 1.5 ml products can be given at 6 and 10 weeks. Then PCV pneumococcal conjugate vaccine at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 9 months. So thereafter, there is also FIPV, fractional inactivated polio vaccine. FIPV can be given at 6 weeks, then 14 weeks, 6 weeks and 14 weeks. 2 doses is given. So it is also again intradermal. And after 9 months, MR, measles and rubella, MR can be given. Measles and rubella can be given. So the dose of PCV and rubella, the duration time is also same in 9 months. So PCV third and MR first can be given at 9 months. So MR can be given SC 0.5 subcutaneous 0.5 ml. Then MR is also given at booster dose at 15 months. So that is the booster dose of measles and rubella. There is other vaccine that is called MMR, mumps, measles, rubella. But under National Immunization Program, there is no mumps, there is no vaccine, but measles and rubella. So it is given 9 months and 15 months. So at 12 months or completing 12 months, J, Japanese encephalitis, again it is SC, 0.5 ml can be given. So they are the vaccination schedule under National Immunization Program. BCG2 M second vaccine, which completed at 15 months. Previously, there was no booster dose regarding MR, but again, there is booster dose at 15 months. So after booster dose or MR second, so that is considered complete immunization, full immunization. So that is considered BCG to MR second is considered full immunization. Okay, that is the National Immunization Schedule. And I have also mentioned some questions related to vaccination. So this will help for answer this class test question. Also mention few questions from the and from sociology also. That is the very basic questions. Okay, let's start the test. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll ask them, then he or she has to answer the questions. Okay, let's start. Okay, so first question for Deepsika. So there is screen share or not? Screen share? There is screen share?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first question for Deepsika. Health has been viewed as an absence of disease. This concept is known as psychosocial concept, logical concept, biomedical concept, or holistic concept. So which one is correct? Deepsika, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your answer? If you're unable to answer, I'll ask other participant. So what is your answer? Absence of disease. So this is very basic. That's why I have mentioned here. You want to say pass? You want to say pass? What? Pass. Okay. Question goes to Eliza. Eliza.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your answer? Eliza. Okay. Eliza. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's
Pass.
biomedical concept.
Okay. Biomedical concept.
Biomedical concept.
Yes. Thank you. So that is the correct answer. So health has been viewed as the absence of disease. That is the biomedical concept. Okay. Next question for Arun Yadav. Okay. When I used to ask or start to ask other participant, and please unmute the, not keep it mute. Please unmute it. Okay. for Arun Yadav. Right? The freshly prepared ORS should not be used after. So this is for Arun. Arun कहाँ गयो? Where is Arun? Arun अहिले देखि चाहिँ लागेन त. Okay. This question for Arun Rimal. Arun Rimal पनि छैन त. Okay. Iceman. So this question is for Iceman. Iceman, what is your answer? The freshly prepared ORS should not be used after. Which one is correct? Iceman?
C.
C.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
There are two C, but 24 hours. By mistake, there are two C's, but answer is 24 hours. The freshly
Yes. 24.
yes. Thank you. ORS should not be used after 24 hours. Then next question for okay, Basant Sneth. Okay. मैले भन्ने बित्तिकै अनम्युट गरिहालेँ है, म्युट नराखिराख के. Okay. Which of the following age group is most affected by tuberculosis? It may be children, adolescent, adult aged. Basanta.
Children. Sir, children.
And I'd like to give one. Most cases found in which age group? This is a hint for you. Mainly
Alright.
found in which age group? Adult. Yes. Yes. Adult is the right answer. Okay, thank you. After Basanta, Ayush Sharma. Ayush, then Bipu, then Devlina, then Akriti. Okay. So next question is, which of the following age group is most okay? Death occurring up to 28 days of life is called neonatal death, perinatal death, infant death, child death.
Neonatal death.
What's your name?
Ayusa.
Ayusa Levan, no? Okay. Neonatal death, that is the correct answer. Okay, next question for Bipu. Mistake, sorry. Okay, total duration of treatment of category 4. Previously it was category 1, category 2. Now it is called new cases and the retreated cases. So this is for new cases. Generally, category 4. So total duration of treatment of category 4 tuberculosis is 6 months,
6 months.
6 months. Okay, thank you. So the right answer is 6 months. Thereafter, Devlina. Okay, this is the question for Devlina. Which one of the following anti-tubercular drug is not bactericidal drug? So all are bactericidal drug except one. So which one is bacteriostatic drug?
Sir, rifampicin.
This question goes to Akriti. Akriti, thereafter.
Sir, ethambutol.
Yes, yes, ethambutol is the right answer. So bacteriostatic, not bactericidal. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you, sir.
This is said by Akriti.
Sir, Akriti.
Akriti. Okay. Next question for Dipesh. Dipesh, this was Divya. Then Kaustab. After name. Kaustab Das, Nika. Then Namuna. Okay. Dipesh.
Yes, sir.
So this is the question for you. So this is from the first. Life expectancy is a good indicator for socioeconomic development in general. Indicator comes under the socioeconomic indicator, disability indicator, morbidity, or mortality indicator. So what is your answer?
C, sir. C, sir.
C, morbidity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is your answer, Divya? Divya, what's your answer? It is not morbidity. Okay, Divya, what's your answer? Dibba Saini. Okay.
Sir, B.
No, it is a mortality indicator. It is mortality indicator. Life expectancy is mortality indicator. Okay, Kausab. First time, so this is a question for Kausab. First time HIV and AIDS case was detected in the year 1978, 1991, 1989, and 1998. First time in world, not in Nepal, world. Close some.
Sir, 1981.
Okay, thank you. 1981 is the correct answer. Thank you. Then next question for Monica.
Okay, sir.
So this is the question for Monica. First time HIV and AIDS case was detected in the year of 78.
1988.
Yes, thank you. So first time in 1988, first cases was detected in Nepal. So that's the right answer. Monica, then Namuna. Namuna, त्यसपछि Asma, then Neha. Okay, Namuna. So next question for you, Namuna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the next question for you. Presence of pseudomembrane in the tonsil and throat occurs in mumps, measles, diphtheria, tonsillitis. So which one is correct answer?
Sir, C.
Diphtheria, yes, correct. Thank you. Question for Asma. Asma, are you there? So this is question for you. According to National Demographic Health Survey 2016, infant mortality rate of Nepal is 21, 32, 36, 39. So this question may be little bit difficult for you. If you don't know, then you can say don't know.
Sorry, sir, don't know.
Okay, this is a little bit, and teacher may not teach about this also, but you have to know the vital statistics. So this is important in MCQ in university exam as well. So the correct answer is 32. IMR is 32. 21 is neonatal mortality rate. Neonatal mortality rate is 21. Infant mortality IMR is 32, and under 5 death is 39. 21, 32, 39. Neonatal mortality rate 21, infant mortality rate 32, and under 5 death is 39. So this is the right answer, and you have to know the these major indicator. Okay, this was in Neha. So this is question for Neha. Resistance, MDR is the resistance of isoniazid, pyrazinamide, rifampicin, erythromycin, ethambutol, and isoniazid, and isoniazid and rifampicin. Which one is correct? Okay, isoniazid and rifampicin is the answer. Thank you. Okay, next question for Subham. Subham Bakar is on this. Okay. Next question for Asim. So the next question, Citizen, then Saurabh, then Shreya, then Sudesh, then Asim. Okay, next question for Subham. Subham, are you ready? Subham, kahan gayo chaina ke? Okay, next question for Saurabh. Saurabh, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the question for you. Chance of lifetime risk of developing tuberculosis among HIV positive person is 30 to 40%, 50 to 60%, 70 to 80%, 80 to 90%. Which one is correct? So this is the lifetime risk of developing TB among HIV positive person.
Sir, B.
No. Srijan, you could live on Srijan live. Okay, Srijan, what is the answer?
Sir, maybe D.
No, I'll tell the correct answer. Lifetime risk is 50 to 60%, B. So lifetime risk is 50 to 60%, not D, 80 to 90%. 50 to 60% is the lifetime risk. Okay, next question for Shreya. Shreya? Okay, okay, this is a question for you. So previously, that is the lifetime risk, and this is for annual risk. Of annual risk of developing TB among HIV positive is 3%, 6%, 10%.
B. 6%.
No. Then we will say Kesav. Kesav Yadav, what is your answer?
8%. 8%.
is 10%. 10%. So D is the correct answer. Annual risk is 10%. Okay, then this question for Nissan. Nissan. So for Nissan, this is the question. HIV prevalence is consistently over 5%. So in sub-defined population, or at least one sub-defined population, the HIV prevalence is 5% or above, but less than 1% in pregnant women in urban area. So that epidemiology or that epidemic is called low-level HIV epidemic, concentrated HIV epidemic, generalized HIV epidemic, or consistent epidemic. So what is your answer? In sub-defined population, it is more than 5%, but in general population, especially pregnant women of the urban areas, prevalence is below 1%. So what is the answer?
No idea.
Okay, Nisa Raz. Nisa, then what is your answer, Nisa? Then Prabhat, then Priyanka. Then who will say that is correct answer? Who can say correct answer?
So concentrated HIV epidemic.
Yes, said this. Who
Sir,
said?
Basant.
Basant. Okay, thank you. So this is the concentrated HIV epidemic, and the Nepal is facing the scenario. So Nepal is also facing the concentrated HIV epidemic. In sub-defined prevalence is more than 5%, but in pregnant women of the urban area, its prevalence is less than 1%. Okay, thank you. The next question for Nisa. Nisa, did you say? Okay, next question for Nisa. Same question, almost same question, but the definition is different. HIV prevalence is consistently over 1% in pregnant women is called low level, treated, generalized, consistent. Nisa. And what can say? Anyone you can say.
Generalized
Generalized
HIV epidemic.
Prevalence is consistently over. That's why there is no level. It is not low level. So generalized epidemic. Because prevalence more than 1% in pregnant women. So that is the generalized HIV epidemic. Okay, next question for Prabhat. Prabhat, are you ready? Okay. Current HIV prevalence rate of Nepal. So I had shown in slide also during HIV/AIDS discussion. So what is the current prevalence rate of HIV? If you don't know, then say I don't know. Okay, question. It was before 10-15 years. So what is the correct current HIV prevalence? So, can say. Anyone can say?
0.15%.
Yes, yes. 0.15 is current HIV prevalence. 0.12 among female and 0.18 male. And mean is 0.15. So 0.15 is the current prevalence of HIV. Thank you. Then Priyanka. Priyanka, let's say my bakaring.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Priyanka. So this is question for the annual death due to tuberculosis in Nepal is about 2 to 4,000 days, 5 to 7,000 days, 8 to 10,000, 11 to 30,000 due to tuberculosis. Annual death in Nepal.
Option A.
No. Who can say correct answer?
Sir, 8,000 to 10,000. C.
No. 5 to 7.
Sir, option B.
Yes, yes. Option B, that is 5,000 to 7,000 death. Okay. Next question for Raksha. Raksha like Sudesh, na?
Yes, sir.
Then Abhishek. After Raksha, Abhishek. Then Ramita. Thereafter Roshan. त्यसपछि Roxia. Roxia, first Roxia. So this is the question for Roxia. Which is given at the age of 9 and 15 months? Just I have thought.
Measles and rubella.
Measles and rubella is given 9 months and 15 months. Thank you. And other question for Avinash, Abhishek, sorry. Okay, this is a question for Abhishek. Abhishek, this is for question. This is for you. Vaccine is given after 12 months. At 12 months, or generally we used to say after 12 months. So which one is correct? Abhishek. C. BCG. Okay. Why now? Okay, we can say
Sir, option D. That
D.
D, sir.
Jobless in school.
Stop, please.
Okay, next question for Romita. Which vaccine is given intradermal route? And vaccine MR, BCG, JE. Which one vaccine can be given intradermal route? D. Romita. So what is your answer? Romita. Vaccine given IM. Okay, question goes to floor. We can
Answer
say
C, sir.
C,
BCG
sir.
vaccine.
Vaccine.
okay after Racha. Racha है Racha कि Racha मैले एकदम
Sir, रुक्सा होला
क्या अरु के शब्द यो
Ruxa हो, sir.
रुक्सा एउटा के रहेछ यहाँ RASH लेखेछु त मैले okay so Ruksa this is question okay so here again simple question which vaccine can be given SC subcutaneous what is your answer
Subcutaneously.
yes
Sir, option नहीं देखे है ना.
okay vaccine is given SC route.
Sir, measles and rubella.
Okay, thank you. After Ruksa, Asensa. So this question for Asensa. Which of the following disease is known as Lyme disease? TB, AIDS.
Sir, AIDS.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And next question for Rosan. Rosan so the multiply. So the channel. Okay, this is for you. Which medicine is given during diarrhea along with ORS? Copper, calcium, zinc, potassium, especially for under 5-year children. Zinc is the correct answer. Thank you. Okay. Thereafter, Shreya. Shreya.
Yes,
time
sir.
to last गरौँ. Time is 10 o'clock हुन लाग्यो. Okay. Let's say a smear positive patient who remains smear positive at 5 months or more after starting treatment. Previously, the patient was smear positive, that is the PBC case. Again at 5 months.
Sir, failure case.
Yes,
C.
failure. Okay, failure case. Okay, मैले मान्छे लोग्दिन है एक दुईवटा अझै 2-3 मिनेट अझै बाँकी छ. So this question goes to floor है त. The main aim of anti-tubercular program or treatment is, anyone can say the correct answer. Bacteriological cure, radiological cure, to prevent complication, contact tracing. Which one is correct?
To
Anyone
prevent
can
complication. To prevent complication.
no.
Bacteriological cure.
Yes, bacteriological cure. Right? So this is the main aim of anti-tubercular treatment. Bacteriological cure. Then next question is window period for action is 2 to 12 weeks, 8 to 18 months, 24 weeks, 12 to 18 weeks. So which one is correct?
3 to 12 weeks.
Yes.
3 to 12.
Yes, 3 to 12 weeks is the correct answer. And the biggest single deterrent of HIV transmission to is mother age, mother viral load, means status, father viral load. Which one is correct?
Mother's viral load.
Yes, mother's viral load is the correct answer. Okay, next. The development of antibodies to the HIV antigen after window period is termed as seroconversion, plasma conversion, primary infection, viral set point. So that is called seroconversion. Seroconversion. But answer is okay. PCV is caused by bacteria, fungi, virus or protozoa?
Fungi.
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 Protozoa. Okay, a child is severely dehydrated when percentage of body weight loss by 5%, 8%, 10% or more. Which one is correct?
10%.
10%
10% or more.
10% or more. Next is orchitis is the complication of mumps, measles, diphtheria, or whooping cough.
Moms.
Mums.
Answer.
Moms.
The most dangerous carrier for diphtheria is nasal, throat, skin, conjunctival.
Nasal.
Food.
Nasal, yes.
Throat.
The most dangerous carrier for diphtheria. Okay, persistent diarrhea is that which lasts for?
8 days.
No, 14 days. 14 days. So D is the correct answer. Okay, that's all for today. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all for actively participating.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, Dr. Samta will teach remaining portion of the family medicine. Okay, thank you.